Red 2 standing by, all for Lid, and in the green, welcome back to Pokemon Emerald version, where we've got another Super Repel, and we're making our way down the multi-terrace Route 123. What sort of interesting things? Well, we find a wild Pokemon. Another Mightyena. Oh well. Do be how it is, I think we've managed to find pretty much all the Pokemon we can for now. We'll need to go fishing for some of them. Even moving stealthily doesn't help. But that's just how it goes. We will also find some more Pokemon when we can dive, which is a bit odd. Yep, so we battled them, we can battle this trainer. And yeah, there are some Pokemon that would be really, really nice to use, but the problem is you get them so much later that there just isn't a point. And I don't necessarily mean that in a negative way, because like these are decent Pokemon, like Relicanth is really, really good. You might be able to get a bit of mileage out of Huntail and Gorbis. You just don't have the chance. And there's Chinchou and Lanturn. You just don't get to use them because they're so far back in the game. It's the same deal with Glalie. Like, I might consider replacing Captain Toad with a Glalie, depending on how much work needs to be done. Oh, this could be fun. Why didn't I use Amnesia? I'm just briefly thinking I should use Amnesia because I know that Pelipper spams Protect. Alrighty. Well, it's not going to do that much, but it'll help, so... It's interesting that it does actually know Fly. Alright, so that didn't work. I was trying to fake it out again. Alrighty, so... Surf will miss. If I had Thunder, it wouldn't. Alright, now we go for the KO, and of course it uses Protect. And of course it gets to use it twice in a row, which notably you won't. Like, I think something maybe what I need to do, just to be a dick, is to give Joelle Protect. I know it won't do anything. The AI won't get mad, because it really can't, but it will just be a nice little moment of satisfaction, just a sort of quiet smugness. That at long last, I have the ability to annoy people by putting Protect on a Pokemon with the pressure and just wasting their precious time and strongest moves. Just being a nuisance. Okay, so what? I need to put a repel on. I honestly need to put a repel on because I'm trying to think and plan everything out so that I can actually get everything. Try and get it all done in one trip. So that's one of the fiddliest things, working out what goes where and how I battle everyone. So there's a double battle down there. Now, if I jump down here... So this is a fork in the road. If I battle this guy, I have to come back and find whatever's in that long grass if I jump down there. I can battle the trainers. So at times like this, I really should have fun. Come on! But I'm too stubborn. That's basically it. Fly is not very good damage per turn. Like, it's something to remember when you actually use those moves. Because the AI... No! Surely not this one.
Oh.
Alright, so just... Sturdy is useless so the AI doesn't actually have it. A lot of damage. Alright. I don't have any full restores, do I? Unfortunately, no. And Thunderbolt isn't going to miss. I think I just have to take this as a loss. It's the one time I decide to use a completely different steel type that can't use a ground move. Of course. Of course the Magnemite line becomes a royal pain in the ass. It's like the one steel type that would get actively screwed over. It is amazing though when you actually wind up using different Pokemon, trying out different strategies and new moves and having to think up some odd tactics along the way. How it just gets to the point where it's like, okay, all of a sudden this is a problem and it shouldn't be. This has never been a problem beforehand, but now it is and I have to work my way around it. Like, is there an item?
Yes!
I mean, at least I'm able to just cut through everything in my path. The Steel Falcon is doing pretty well, it's just that anything with Magnet Pull is going to screw me over, and it's only pretty much only the Magnemite line. I mean, Nose Pass can have Magnet Pull, but it's not going to be a problem. It's like you wind up with literally one weakness, but that one weakness is absolutely devastating. And it's a real pain in the can. Oh well. We're close at least. I think I go for the item in the trainer battle. Revival Herb. Those suck. The herbal medicine is always really, really bitter. I mean, it's cheap. Oh no, wait, hang on, no. We've got a rocker, or a guitarist in this case. I mean, this is not really a good matchup for the Steel Falcon anyway. That ought to... Yep. Bane of your existence. Bane upon bane upon bane. And I get a critical hit. Alright, Loudred is not an issue. We will double in on Pelipper. How does... Like, how would that even work next to a Loudred? You wouldn't be able... I suppose it depends on the sound frequencies and things like that. At least Loudred can't get hurt by it. Alright, Xatu is probably the fastest thing on the field. But Shadow Punch ought to take... Xatu, you are disappointing. Alright, we got the defense buff, that's good. But how is it slower than the Steel Falcon? Honestly, that's kind of terrible. That should be down for the count. That was a bit easier than I thought. I was sitting there being afraid of potential Magneton the entire dang time. Look at that defense, though. Maybe I should have worked on special defense. Alright, we have rocked their world. Like, wait, you're supposed to be a drummer, Fernando. We're supposed to hear the drums, not the guitar. Alright, how far does Joelle have to go? 686, okay. Okay, so there's that. We've seen pretty much everything we can. Oh, there's more. Man, there really is more. I probably did the smart thing going this way. Get the experience, get the battles, and then we can... Then we can just wind up running back. And what do I need to spare time for? Why are there always weird old men? At least tell me why you want me to spare some time. Don't just be strange. This is probably not the best situation for us. Yeah, that's also annoying because it's like, it'll do no damage. But it'll just... It's amazing just how much things change based on the way you're playing the game. Like, it's like a poorly predicted Protect can be the difference between winning a match and losing one in competitive battling. But when it comes to Protect in a single player run, it's mostly, okay, I'm going to be strong enough to wipe you out anyway, so I don't really need to use it. Unless I'm going for, like, speed boost stall. And then otherwise, it's just sort of a case of it exists to be annoying. Same deal with Fake Out, though in fairness, I'm going to give some credit to Fake Out because it was incredibly good when I was using it with Top Maniac. Technician Fake Out is a really good lead into a battle, honestly. Especially if you've got an ally alongside you. Rightio, we will uppercut Machoke. So that takes care of that. Probably should have knocked out Lunatone in all fairness, because I don't think it can do much. And Psywave is just useless. Oh well. Joelle is not a heavy sleeper. There we are, we have punched the moon. And there we are. Of course, that was a lot of people's suggestions for the plot when Sun and Moon came out. Depending on version, set fire to the sun and steal the moon. Alright, well when... Oh, I didn't put the amulet coin on. Dingus. Nearly there, nearly there. Probably not that many battles to go on this particular route anyway, but we've been doing a lot. I need to make sure I get some good experience into Captain Toad, but then again, I don't think that... Oh, rightio, we are at the bottom of the route. So there's an item up there. Yep, we need to loop all the way around. Okay. Bear with me just a moment. Boy, I sure am seeing a lot of not Carvana at the moment. There sure isn't a 20% chance of seeing Carvana, no siree. Yep, it's a sweet looking Carvana, alright. Sure is Carvana shaped. Yep, that 20% chance is working out fine for me. Plenty of Carvana today. Sure are lots of Carvana. Those big piranha fish sure are biting. The odds are good of me finding a Carvana, yes siree. Plenty of Carvana. I mean, you see all those Carvana I'm reeling up. I'll bet that was a bloody Carvana. I pressed the button in time. Yep, the fishing mechanic in this game sucks. Yep, we're back to Carvana again. Sure are lots of Carvana around here. Plenty of Carvana. Not like they're an endangered species or anything. Not like it's ridiculously tedious to have to go through all these button mashing things and then wind up finding plenty of Carvana. Yes siree, that sure is a Carvana. Look at that. Look at how beautiful it is. Look at this. Just look at how many Carvana we're reeling in. It's supposed to live on this route and we are just reeling them in. There are Carvana all over the place. Look at those fierce, big-toothed, rough-skinned fish. We sure are pulling them in. There sure are plenty of Carvana around here. That 20% chance sure is rolling up a heck of a lot. Yep, another fine specimen. Yes siree, look at that. It's not like fishing in this game is incredibly tedious with all the button checks you have to do with really stupid time frames and everything like that. No siree, they wouldn't make fishing a stupid and complicated mechanic that requires you to time things a whole lot more than usual. No, they wouldn't. They really would. Oh, we actually found one. Don't knock it out, otherwise I'll go mad. Or at least madder. This is where false swipe is perhaps the most useful move in the entire universe. Does that work? You know what, we're trying it. I mean, I know it works for diving, but... Okay. So no boosted catch rate against Pokemon you caught by fishing. Nest Ball, let's give it a shot. Looks nice. Works better than stupid Safari Balls anyway. Carvana, the savage Pokemon. Is it a shark? Is it a piranha? In fact, Carvana has characteristics of... Let me try that again. Is it a shark? Is it a piranha? Is it some sort of other ridiculous looking fish? Either way, Carvana is incredibly dangerous and has a very powerful jaw. It has been known to attack just about anything on sight, and it will take on foes despite what its Pokédex entry says. Unfortunately, Carvana is actually made out of paper, a fact it doesn't want you to know, and it will go down like a ruptured piñata if anything hard winds up hitting it. I got so frustrated trying to find this thing I tripped over my tongue. So, we are going to wind up flying from here, But there is one thing I want to get. If you go fishing on Route 102 in Petalburg Woods or here, you can find another fairly tricky to discover Pokemon. You might see it in trainer battles, but it depends. This also has a 20% chance of appearing, so let's see. I'm actually mildly pissed off. So, Corphish. Corphish is kind of a counterpart in ways to the Krabby line. It's a crustacean with fairly sharp and strong claws and good attacking capabilities. However, you can get better mixed attacking options out of Crawdaunt and its Water Dark, while on the other hand, Kingler has a slightly better defense, is much more of a physical attacker and can use agility. They've both got really good options, so either way they're actually fairly helpful. Crawdaunt's also Water Dark, which is a shame it doesn't show up with Team Aqua because it's a bit sturdier than Sharpedo. Anyway, we have Corphish, the ruffian Pokemon. The Morville Crayfish is a noted wrestling move which is actually named after Corphish. Corphish prides itself on being extremely knowledgeable about professional wrestling and will not hesitate to perform incredibly dangerous and powerful wrestling moves on its opponents. Admittedly, it can't do too many with those stubby little claws of its, but don't give it the opportunity or it really will lay the hurt on you and wind up looking like a spectacularly skilled face in the process, or maybe a heel when it evolves. So there we are, we found those two Pokemon we can get by fishing, and now that means I can heal my team, and I'll see you back on Route 123 because I wasted a bit of time trying to find that stupid Carvana. What are they? I should show you the bag anyway. We did get a lot of goodies from the Safari Zone. So, just bear with me a moment. And I'll show you what we got. I mean, you've probably seen it from the Pokédex entries, but Girafarig with a docile nature and reasonable moves. Natu, which is ready to evolve, at least it evolves into Xatu very early, which is good. Naive nature. Girafarig had... Well, they're both early birds, nice. We got our Doduo, which can have early bird as well as runaway. We have reasonable moves, at least it gets mileage out of Tri-Attack in this generation, but Tri-Attack at level 25, not too shabby. Pikachu, which is only found in the Safari Zone for whatever reason. Wobbuffet. Good old Wobbuffet. Psyduck. We can wind up evolving it eventually. Goldeen with Swift Swim, not too shabby. The fact that it can get Lightning Rod as a hidden ability is actually really good. Phanpy, which is ready to evolve pretty soon, I believe. I think level 25 is when it evolves. Heracross, which looks like it's popping out of the window there. But that's always a good option. Rhyhorn. Brave Nature is pretty good for that. It's as slow as a wet week anyway. Dodrio with early bird. Pinsir. Hypercutter, not too bad. Still doesn't get a lot of bug moves until Gen 4. In fact, it doesn't get any. Carvana Rough Skin just says hurts to touch. So yeah, a Carvana with a defense improving nature is just useless. Its base defense is at 20. Hypercutter, and Corefish. Yeah, Corefish isn't too bad. So, I will see you at Route 123. Alrighty, I decided I'd keep Swellow on my team because I need to fly once I'm done here. We will have to get back to Lava Ridge for the next part of the game. I believe I've battled all the trainers on this route, so if we go here, we can drop down here, sneak past this guy and find repels because I'm not risking it. Nothing there. Nothing there. No hidden item there, so we came all this way for calcium. Helpful enough, and I think Kiwi can use it. Well, that sums that up. Let's head off to Lava Ridge. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, this is Red 2, returning to base.